What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just the best, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey because it's General Energy Weekly Spread. Yeah, Cancer, I almost see like, I think I'm gonna have to get an intro, Cancer. But Cancer, with this weekly video, whenever you happen to come across this, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. There's great energy all around here, Cancer. So I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, Cancer, and then I will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case you were curious, thank you. The decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested in Cancer. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I like watching, so hopefully you'll like them. A very, I feel like a good little mixed group there, Cancer. So yeah, I hope you like them. But let's get your first card here. It's just a little starting off a little Scorpio energy, Cancer. Got the fourth card of Scorpios here, which is the Cat card. And with this card, this is a card of apathetic, disinterested, aloof, my way or the highway, bored, unflappable, cool cat, unaffected, not my problem, what I want, when I want it, cool and calm and disengaged. And the energy that's coming through here, Cancer, is what I want. And what do you want, Cancer? I see you sitting up here, got some thoughts. Well, tell me them, Cancer. I feel like that might be kind of what the universe is wanting. And hear me out, Cancer. It may be for some. Maybe we're at this place where we've been, kind of feeling some kind of way about life here recently. Maybe things haven't been going our way. Maybe we've been feeling kind of stuck in a cycle, or just like. Not thinking that because this cat's just does not look pleased. It's just we're just in the state of just that's not cute, universe. It's something along those lines, Cancer. But I feel that if we have been in that sort of state, it's just well, then what do you want to change? What do you want to Scorpio energy? Because Scorpio energy too is what you want. Because here's the thing, whatever it is that we want, there's going to be challenges no matter what this is, but that builds resilience, Cancer, because that's one of, big trait for Scorpios there. But I do feel like that if there is something that you want, that is going to be you that's going to need to go out there and do this thing, Cancer. It's maybe we're kind of doing a cat thing. Maybe it's because, cats don't seem to do much. They pretty much just wait around for it to be pampered and fed and things. And listen, cats got it good. But, Cancer... we gotta do the things that we do for cats. We have to do for ourselves, and I feel like that's where, and I get that, Cancer, because sometimes it's especially I feel like us being the nurturers as well, that we so naturally pick up on what others want. He's oh, you really say it once and then got it. It's pretty. I feel like it's pretty much kind of logged in. Cancer doesn't take long to get a person pegged, but. I feel like unless maybe it's another Cancer, or maybe even another water sign, then it's a little bit harder if they don't have a lot of water energy. Then it's a little trickier for the other signs to seem to pick up on that type of energy. And so maybe this is something, if we're not even getting that reciprocity, maybe Cancer, this could be being a little more vocal with what we want, and I feel like there's a way of going about it, but that doesn't, because maybe some are feeling we maybe don't want to come across as combative or anything, and totally get that, Cancer. But I feel like there's a way to sternly say just hey, you notice how when how when you're in the morning, how your coffee's all ready, or at least the pot's hot, and that you got your stuff is made, and you got your lunch, sometimes, I love it if you just like, maybe picked up after yourself, maybe rinsed your dish, like little things like that, Cancer. So like just as a small example, but let's that's funny, Cancer. Let's get some tarot on this. Look at you, magician. I see you, Cancer, manifesting what we want. We're celebrating. That's what's up, Cancer. Oh, let me get the rest of your cards. Thank you. Let's see what's going on here, Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Interesting. So you have the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Three of Wands in reverse here. And then we have the Magician upright, or the Magician and the Three of Cups upright here, Cancer. And I like that. You got Mercury here, you got Mercury and Cancer upright. And I do feel like that's what's going down for some of us. If there's an energy of if we're wanting something, it's one thing for us to... Again, I feel like it's kind of like, it's one... And just to go back on that example that I was giving as far as like maybe like picking up after and things, I feel like maybe for some, maybe we're in this energy of just like, oh, what, you didn't read my mind, like that type of energy. It's just like you can pick up on things, Cancer, but it just like it may take another person to pick up on these more things that, again, that just come natural to the nurturer. But I do feel like that if there's something that we're wanting and it's not coming to us, Cancer, just feeling just kind of like with the Seven of Swords in reverse here, then I feel like that there's a need to just thinking how this is Three of Cups, Mercury and Cancer, is expressing those feelings, and sharing your thoughts here with Mercury. Mercury's a planet of thinking, communication, things along those lines. So, and I feel like that if this is not in like a relationship type thing, for example, or maybe like, not even just love, this could be familial, this could be like just like a roommate, but I even feel just like even a little broader with like even like the universe, and just like stating our, being in, it's like it's one thing to ask what we want, Cancer, and like like state like I want to, I'm manifesting $1,000,000. It's just like, okay, how are we manifesting that stuff? The energy's out there, and then it's just like, are we paying attention to maybe some of the ideas, like the the intuitive flashes that we're getting as far as just like for inspirations, epiphanies, things along those lines? Are we working with those energies and then taking that stuff and seizing these opportunities? Because it's more than, it's a culmination. The Magician, oh, I love that. The Magician is he's got all the pentacles, the swords, the cups, and the wand. It takes all of those things coming together, Cancer, to get this stuff to manifest. So it's more than just where we are expert feelers, and like and got the cups energy down. Now it's time to focus on the energy behind it, the wands, the thoughts behind it, the swords, and then the grounding of that thing, the manifestation, the pinnacle. So, and all that's going to lead to, Cancer, is you celebrating. Look at this rain you manifested, you rainmaker. I love it. You know what I mean, Cancer. All right, Cancer. I like that. Let's get some tea, and then let's get another one. All right, Cancer. So you got the fourth card of Gemini's here, which is the hammock card. Interesting, Cancer. And this is a card of rest. I like this. Have you ever been in a hammock, Cancer? I don't know. I don't know if I have. Rest, relax, time off, pause, suspend, sleep, supported, meditate, inactive, so recovery, find relief, vacation, waiting, suspended between two things, in limbo, and self-actualization. And interesting, Cancer. This may be an energy, just thinking with what you want. This may be a time to really state what you want, because maybe for some of us, the energies that came through here is the time off and the inactive, and maybe for some of us, we've been working real hard, just kind of been pushing, maybe with either like our jobs, or maybe even at home, or maybe both, or just like, and it just hasn't been any time for you to just take a moment and really gather your thoughts and be with your energies. Go void a course for a while. So I feel like if we haven't had any chance to do that, I feel let's try to get into that routine, Cancer, because eventually what will happen with that, Cancer, this is not me trying to scare you or anything, but what happens is that we keep running our energy like that, kind of leaning into the, it's gonna lead to like a hanged man situation where it's like the body will just kind of slow us down a little bit, where you feel tired, where we're starting, it gets tricky energy there, Cancer. So yeah, if you pay attention to any kind of signals that you may be getting, really tune in with the body. I feel like this more so even, yeah, with this Nine of Cups here, just even thinking about that more so, kind of, yeah, just really kind of tuning into to ourselves, Cancer, making sure that we're just having some time, maybe even just like having a little fun, Cancer, whatever that's looking like for you, or chilling in your hammock, look at you looking at the mountain peaks, Cancer, so zen. I like that. Let's get some tarot on this. Oh, there we are, Cancer. I love it. And love that, Cancer. Mercury is here. Cancer's here. Three of Cups. That's, Well, regardless, we're going to talk about in a second, but the Chariot's here. That's what's up, Cancer. All right, thank you. Let's see what we got here. So we got the Chariot, the Nine of Swords. Yep, and that. So we got the Chariot and the Nine of Swords upright here. And then we have the Three of Cups and then the Ten of Wands in reverse here, Cancer. I feel like it's time to take a load off, Cancer. Just with this Ten of Wands being in reverse here. And maybe for some of us, I'm almost getting like this. I almost am getting like this sense here, Cancer, with the Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords being here, like that. Maybe this energy that if we feel that we stopped in that, I feel like it's almost that we're just used to maybe being in this energy of just going all the time, and that we feel that if we slow down, I feel like I may have said that to you recently, Cancer, but it's like if we get to the state of where we slow down, then maybe it's, I don't know, we feel that maybe others will be disappointed in us, or that we're not strong enough, or where's that resilience at, Cancer. But that's kind of what the energy's getting through here. And in Cancer, that's a lot to put on yourself, even as a nurturers. Like it's cool to take, it's fine to take a break. We don't have to always be in this state of giving all the time. In order to be of service, Cancer, you'd have to make sure that you serve, your service to yourself too. There has to be that balance in that energy, and take some time off, be inactive, and do it guilt-free, not worrying about, it could be, well, you could be doing a lot of things, but right now we're not doing anything other than just finding zen, and just giving these horses some time to relax there, Cancer. You can't think about the animals. But listen, Cancer, I do feel that, yeah, if we've been, whatever this is that has been kind of keeping us to maybe kind of push, because even, here's the thing, Cancer, too, because it's not that you got any pentacles here, and that might be kind of why we're pushing too, because maybe there could be this sense of like this lack of abundance or lack of resources or something along those lines. And where I do understand wanting to get that state of security, Cancer, you won't be able to manifest anything if you're not, if the Chariot breaks down, you know what I mean? So it's being mindful of that. In order to get to that victory, there is this state of balance, and there is this need, even when things are, especially when things are kind of topsy-turvy, to take a moment and find yourself again, find zen, and then just kind of reset your mind, get prepared for what we're going to do the following day. You know what I mean, Cancer? All right, I'm with it, Cancer. I hope that made sense. All right, let's get to your last card here. Oh, all right, Cancer, efficient. All right, so you got the first card of Pisces here, which is the Roses card. And maybe that's what we're doing, Cancer. Take yourself out for a date. So with this card, this is a card of love, romance, affection, appreciation, devotion, bond, delighted, high emotional IQ, gifts, friendship, infatuated, enchanted, passion, fidelity, tender, yearning, and attached. And the energy that's coming through here, Cancer, that's interesting, is the high emotional IQ. And I feel like for some that maybe we're in this energy of like kind of like what I was talking about earlier, where it's like it almost feels like that you maybe it's like maybe it's like you know how to intuitively feel what others need, and then there's this energy of wanting, but we're not feeling that, maybe that Six of Pentacles, that reciprocity, where because and here's the thing, Cancer, too, just with that, where it would be nice for, and it's not that it's impossible, Cancer, but we are kind of a harder sign to read just because we feel so much so often. It can be a place where people don't know how to roll with the punches. I feel like it's one of those things. It's like you got to kind of get to know us through recycle there, and even then, it's like how much have we divulged to others? So it gets into this, it's a lot that we're trying to balance out here, Cancer, and I feel that with that emotional intuitiveness that you have, intuitiveness, I'm not sure if that's a word, but that high emotional IQ you have there, Cancer, I do feel like that there is, maybe for some, there's and I don't even feel, because I was going to say it's like it's giving them some slack, but it's more so about just, I feel like it's just communicating. It's just like, hey, I know this may seem like a lot, but this is how I think sometimes. So it's just like, can you predict me a little bit? Do you know what my favorite creamer is, or do you know if do I drink coffee? Just like random things like that, Cancer. Like I hope that makes sense, but I do feel that because Cancer too, just thinking with that high emotional IQ, that there is even a higher emphasis of making sure that we do take time off and relax and reset. That's why I feel like, when on the other channel I talk about, which we're gonna talk about that in a minute, Cancer, but on my other channel, when I talk about the moon going void, of course, the moon goes, goes through different phases, through different signs. That's a lot, Cancer. She's the fastest luminary that's moving around, and so us being able to range the gamut, go through the gamut of emotions that we do, there is a need, I feel like, to again just kind of find reset, and just kind of find you again there, Cancer. But let's get some make a Queen of Cups zone for yourself there, but let's get some tarot on this. Oh, there's the Empress. More. Alright, Cancer. Last little bit here. So you have, I got some thoughts about that, Cancer. Not like aggressive or anything. Like only slightly. No, Cancer. So you got the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands up right here. And then we have the Six of Swords and then the Empress in reverse here. And then let's switch back over. Because with this energy here, Cancer, I do feel that there is, I do feel like that for some, there is this energy of, I do kind of feel like it's like a protecting your reserves, just with this, just making sure that, just considering how we got the what I want and then the time off, it's just like really just making sure that we are almost like how he's looking a little greedy there, Cancer. I feel like it is being a little greedy with your energy there. Like it's okay to not have to be going all the time, to be moving, to keep this energy flowing. Sometimes I feel like with the Eight of Wands, that this energy too can be like just like being just all over the place, just constantly on the move here. And I feel that have we taken time to really evaluate how we're feeling? The Empress is, she's abundant, and she's thinking about, like, in order to enjoy that abundance, we have to do, like, one, she's all about, I love her for self-care, but another is doing that self-care. It's tapping into that balance of that Libra and Taurus type of energy. It's just like asking, where are things not in harmony? That's the kind of self care I'm thinking about. Where do we need to restore balance? Is it something financially? Is it something physical? Is it something mental? Is it something spiritual? And then getting this back in order, Cancer. And I feel like in order for us to it feels like that if you've been kind of stuck in that energy, Cancer, if you do find yourself in that energy, it is it is remembering that it's okay to say that you want to take some time for you, that you don't want to be bothered, that you don't want to, that you what you or you know what, and it's not even like, and I feel like let's be mindful with that too, Cancer. Actually, now that I even got caught up in that, it's being mindful not of what you don't want, Cancer. What do you want? And that might be something too. That might be able. That's a tricky one there, Cancer, because our thoughts are powerful. Just because then you'd have the Nine of Swords too, because that's something where we can get into. When we get in a lot of like real kind of fast energy, or just things have been happening a lot. We can just focus on what we don't want as opposed to what we do want to attract, because the universe is weird like that, where it's like it only brings the energies that we're putting out there, and it's just like it's. I have some thoughts about that, but I do have some thoughts about that, Cancer. It is manifesting abundance. Say what you do want. I want more time for me. I want more Empress time. I want more Empress time. I'm making more Empress time. This is me putting in time to Empress. Because eventually it's like the thoughts, it's not that you get tired of the thoughts, but kind of. It's just like, oh, this thought has been going in my head. Why am I not doing it? And then see, now we're tapping into, you see, you're working that magician energy there, Cancer, and then now you're Empress zone now. But it does feel that, you know, Chariot being here, it's like we got the feelings down, Cancer. Now it's just getting the rest. We know, and that's a beauty, Cancer. That's, with that high emotional IQ. When something doesn't feel right, then it's let that be the first sign to fuel, how we can get that, what I mean, Cancer? I think I'm going to leave that there. So I hope that made sense, kids. We were all over the place today, but I like that. That was really cool. So I hope you liked that too, Cancer. If you did, give it a thumbs up and share this, Cancer. Because I feel like that's kind of a Cancerian thing to do, just to kind of keep going, and just like, just kind of like, no, how you doing, Cancer? Just doing great. This is perfect. Ain't slept in days, but to be, if you know someone who's doing that, Cancer, just give them a slight nudge. Tell them to go Empress, and tell all those Empresses. So you tell also while they're relaxing. What a thing to maybe relax to think about. Because that's all I'm telling you to do, Cancer. Isn't that a lovely message? Go relax. But have them all subscribe to that bell button. You get notified when I release videos each week. And then I'm on this meditation app, Inside Timer, and I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just it's just a group to post like positive affirmations. Actually, I'm gonna post one here soon. It's been a couple days, but post positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And then definitely as it starts growing, I'll start doing like posting like different healing music and guided meditations. Do something like self care with the Empress, or keeping it moving with the Chariot, manifesting with the Magician, all that good stuff there. Cancer, so definitely check that out. And then lastly, Cancer, look at you bringing the hottest ticket to come over to the Chariot of Friends, even though you already have Cancer in your placements. And because you do, know that I made a whole other channel for you, Cancer, the Chariot and Friends. And it's Come on over to it, because I do videos Monday through Friday there. So considering how we changed the moon's changing every 2.5 days, it's tough to keep up with our ruler. I just got cut up on my notes there, but we discussed lunar shenanigans, all of them. Oh, you can meet Rhonda. I'm gonna have to tell her backstory here soon, but I'll like leak little nuggets. It's a good old time, and all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here, Cancer. Look at this. Look at how you're syncing up with the energies, Cancer. You got the Two of Cups here, which is Venus in Cancer, and then Three of Cups here, Cancer, Mercury in Cancer. I feel like there's a strong need to, and look at this, all this harmony here and such, Cancer. There's a need, I feel like, to really kind of pay attention to what you're, sync up with your energies, Cancer. And if something is not feeling right, or if it's something you think you've had a thought that's been on your mind, or something along those lines, there's really, I feel like, a sense of bringing this balance of head and heart, and really kind of in doing some, just one, connecting with higher self to see what you need, but really two, just like, Two of Cups for me also is like a very nurturing energy, kind of like, make sure to take care of yourself with that Venus in Cancer, nurture the home space, you the home space, not even just, and yes, too, your living space as well, but make sure this kingdom is doing well there, Cancer. So, oh, I was about to say there's something else I'm supposed to be doing. Let me get your other oracle card here. I was about to just bounce. Okay. That'd have been a first. Look at that, Cancer. I'm trying to get you off to get you napping. Thank you. Let's see what else we got here. Interesting. Cancer, you got the memory card in reverse here, and I thought, when was the last time? Do you remember the last time that you took time off, Cancer? When was the last time? That's what this kind of energy sort of feels like. It's like we almost like remembering the good old. And you know what, Cancer, that might be something to do. Tap into that, because we are kind of associated. We're not kind of. We're associated with the past, being associated with the fourth house and things, and this may be an energy of remembering when you do, how it is, how nice it is to just kind of kick back, relax, and not have to worry about anything for like even just a day, Cancer, just to be on your schedule and not have to, like for example, you got kids, because, Empress is pregnant here. This could be, I think she's pregnant everywhere, but this could be where it's just like, we're having just like maybe a mom day, dad day, however that's lucky, maybe we're a single parent. This is like, hey, maybe we could get have a babysitter or something, just like, hey, I just need one night for me, just to do it, just to be Cancer, just go out, go out the chair and just go out for a little bit, but I don't know, Cancer, if it's been a while since you, if it's been just a memory of when you've been able to rest and relax and feel like an empress, then I say let's get back in that, Cancer. Let's get in that Nine of Cups energy, and then start taking some action here. Relieve some of those burdens. So I like that, Cancer, because look at you. You're syncing up with the energies in a strong way there, so I love that. But you stay safe out there. Work yourself to the bone there, Cancer, and remember what do you want? What do you want, and then manifest that, Cancer. Let's not focus on what we don't want, only manifest in resonance and all that good stuff. And you absolutely, Cancer, raise your vibration through the roof, all the way. Venus talk to, Venus just went retrograde. She's doing some introspective work. Do the same thing, Cancer. Mercury's going to be going retrograde here soon, Cancer. So yeah, just something to think about there, and I will catch you on the next one later.